My full name is Barbara Gail Nicholas. It was more or less a compromise because my father wanted to call me Mona and my mother wanted to call me Inger. Thank God it was Barbara. My nickname is Boo, and it was never really explained. I just assumed that I was a boo-boo. I was born in Plainfield, New Jersey. I'm not really sure how they came to live there. I just know that they did. It was a small ranch with a nice corner lot. It was a small house, but nice. My house had 7 rooms, 3 bedrooms, living room, kitchen, dining room, bathroom. Yes, we had electricity. It was built in 1954. No, actually we didn't. We all crapped in buckets. No, yeah, it had indoor plumbing. One telephone with a curly cord on the wall. Old. No, I only remember that my parents always referred to the refrigerator as the ice box. And I thought that was funny. My earliest childhood memory would have to be falling out of a play high chair when my mother told me not to go in it, and I did, and I got hurt. Tag, Parcheesi, we played Yahtzee, we chased a mosquito truck around, and all the fumes hit us, and nobody seemed to think there was anything wrong with that. I guess that would have to depend on what age you're talking about. I guess my favorite thing was I liked my animals, my dogs, my stuffed animals. Nope, I had no chores until my mother got me a dog that was real hairy, and then I had to vacuum every day. Never an allowance. It was always, but I always got what I wanted. I was pretty spoiled. I hated school from kindergarten straight on through. I couldn't stand being there, and unfortunately didn't like it at all. Best subject would have to be spelling and English. Worst subject was math, to this day, math. Grandview Elementary School in Piscataway, New Jersey. None. I never participated in anything that had to do with school, and I regret that to this day. I wish I was different, but didn't like it. Lots of fads. Popular hairstyles are shag, cut, Dorothy Hamill wedge, different hairstyles, and I only remember having one. I would have to say probably rock stars, people that were in bands. My favorite songs were Led Zeppelin. Physical Graffiti was my favorite album. I liked all kinds of music, but they were my favorite. I was mentioned in the newspaper with my children because they were for the March of Dimes because they were born premature. I had a set of triplets that were premature, so we raised money for the March of Dimes. They were healthy, though, thank God. I don't know. I mean, I think I was pretty unaware of things around me other than when President Reagan got shot. That stands out in my mind, but no, I don't know, really. Nothing that affected me directly. My great-grandmother, she was 98 when she died, and her motto was she'd have a glass of beer every day. She was funny. Any naming traditions? No, no, I think my great-grandfather and great-great-grandfather were both had the same name, but that's, other than that, no. Oh, and I have the same name as my aunt. It's Barbara. But not really. My mother did the cooking. I think my favorite food would have to be meatloaf, and I remember my least favorite was cow tongue. She cooked cow tongue and it was horrible, but everything else was pretty good. Well, I think the world started getting bad around when I was a child, and everybody's morals seemed to slip away, and I think it's worse now. David Andrew Nicholas is my spouse's name. We met in, he says we met in health class, but I think we met in math class when we were in 9th grade. We go to a lot of concerts, but we never really went on dates like that I can remember. I wasn't proposed to. We were going to live together. My father said that he wouldn't put up with that. So either we got married or he wouldn't talk to either one of us. So we got married. My husband's best man was drunk and obnoxious and was making all kinds of phone calls to people. I would describe my spouse as a hard worker. I think he handled my kids when they were little better than he does now. I always liked the names. I just always liked those names, and I always wanted to have lots of kids, and I had a ton of other names too. Could have picked out. Having my children, I'm still proud of that. That I guess I would best like to be remembered to be kind and to be a good mother.